Welcome to a quick overview of the MSE 10.0 System tab. Let's begin by logging in. The System tab is comprised of 4 sub-tabs. The Dashboard tab, which presents the system at a glance. The Alerts tab, which presents the live alert screen. The Pattern tabs, which presents patterns. And the Metrics tab, which presents the various system metrics. The Systems at a Glance view presents a global health indicator of the various subsystems. All services and memory and CPU should be green. It also presents the various wireless controllers associated with this system. By clicking on the server name, we get to see the various server statistics: CPU usage, memory usage, disk I/O metrics, and disk usage. The first line shows us the number of active clients, the location latency, and the number of MSE messages incoming. The second line presents us with outgoing MSE messages, the number of controllers associated with this MSE, and the number of locations in this cluster, which in this case is 1. If we scroll down, we can see the various metrics. By clicking on any of the metric names, we can make the metric appear or disappear on the chart. By sliding the scroll bar, we can zoom in or out of the various metrics. Clicking on any of the services will also take you to their respective metrics. In this case, the analytics notification metrics. Same principle applies here. We can scroll to zoom in or out of the period we are interested in. If we click on memory or CPU, that will take us to the alerts panel and will show us any respective alerts. In this case, the CPU usage is quite high and the severity is rated critical, as the CPU usage is at 82%. The system will display green when memory or CPU are below 40%. Will display a yellow warning if the CPU or memory are between 40 and 75%. And will display critical in red if above 75%. We can also go directly to the alerts window by clicking on alerts on the top right-hand side. Also, we can go to metrics by clicking directly on metrics. This shows us the various metrics of the different services. The first one is actually a system summary showing the overall CPU usage, memory usage, and disk usage. By scrolling down, you can see the various panels. When we click on the server name, we come to the same panel as previously when we clicked on the server name in the dashboard. We have database metrics, cache metrics, location metrics, and analytics notification metrics. This is simply a different way to get to the various metrics. To repeat this, on the dashboard, we can get to these metrics by clicking on the various services directly, or by clicking on metrics and going to the various metrics. Finally, the Pattern sub-tab gives us an indication of various criteria over various date ranges. For example, the screen we are seeing right now is the client count for the last week. We can choose the last month. These values are an average for an entire week during the last month. We can see from here the core work hours are between 8 and 6 p.m. with the bulk of the clients being present from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We can also see unique devices. This is a cumulative count of all devices present across all the venues. Please note that the sizes of the circles are relative to one another. For example, if I click on 10 o'clock, we have approximately 34,000 devices. If I click on 1600 hours or 4 p.m., I have 75,000 devices. There are plenty of other criteria that you can select and get a system view to help in troubleshooting. This concludes our quick overview of the System tab of MSE 10.0. Thank you.